People, good morning. Good morning, everyone. How we all doing? I am shattered, but I am going to wake up properly in a few minutes. I done the stupid thing of trying to go to sleep and waking up, and I feel like I'm still half asleep. But we'll see. We'll see if the boxing can wake me up. So far, not so good, if I'm honest with you. A couple of heavyweight fights I've watched. Lucas Brown got rid of Junior Farr. Um, you never know what's going to happen with Lucas Brown, 43 years old, but clearly still got the power. This stadium, the Marvel Stadium, looks pretty good. They're saying they're going to get between 45 and 50,000 in there, which is ridiculously impressive. So, look, well done to George Kambosos because that's all on him. He said he can fill this stadium, and I kind of thought, can you? He's going to fill it. So, congratulations to George Kambosos. Ring walk time for the main event. I've seen a couple of comments already come in. I'm going to read them out now, actually. But I think ring walk time for the main event is around 4 to 4:15. After this fight, we've got our cruiserweight fight right now. David Nika, you might know him. He's fought in the UK, I think, twice now. I think. After this, we got the Maloney brothers, which might go long, and then we've got the main event. So 4:15 main event ring walk time. Let's quickly run through a couple of the comments. Again, thank you so much. If you are up, or if you stayed up, or if you've gone to bed and you woke up, thank you very much for doing so. I have no idea why the main event is this time in Australia, because it's pretty. I don't know what the time would be in Australia. Let's have a look. I think it's not even ideal for the Aussies, but hey, it is what it is. A couple of early ones come through. Shin David, that Joe Cordina knockout was crazy. Yes, it was. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Joe Cordina, the new IBF super featherweight champion of the world, knocked out Kenichi Ogawa with a beauty. Honestly, a peach of a punch, like a punch you could only dream of. Like that was just perfect for him. In front of his home fans as well. And look, I mean, there is Gutierrez and there is Shakur Stevenson. It's got to be one of those, or there is a voluntary against Zelfa Barrett. So he's got options, good options. LJ says, anyone here from the UK? Certainly is. Sigma Mel says, South London, up in this biatch. Who else is here? OG 007 Boxing UK with a laughing emoji. Fingers crossed he's awake. Slow turning silver. Good morning. Good morning. I got your message. I'll reach out to you tomorrow. I did get it, so thank you so much. JKS says, what time is the main event, guys? The main event, as I said, I'm thinking a couple of the fights have ended really early, so I'm thinking around 4:15. This cruiserweight fight now should end early as well, and I don't think they're going to feel too much. I think they're going to get straight on with the action now. Matthew Macklin and Adam Smith on commentary duty. I don't think they're there. I'd be shocked if they've gone all the way to Australia. What they normally do is they normally just put them in a room and almost have the sound effects like they're ringside when they're not. So I think they're not there. I think they're maybe in the Sky Sports studio somewhere. They call it commentating off tube. So that's what they're probably doing. I don't think they're in Australia. Stephen Ford says, hello, Stephen. Khalid says, morning, Daddy, looking forward to this fight. I predict a Haney win by split decision. Yeah, it's changed a lot. A lot of people are going Haney now because of Kambosos initially missing weight. Obviously, he made weight on the second attempt. And maybe because of Bill Haney, Haney's dad, and someone that's obviously trained him as well. He's not the main trainer. He's never really been the main trainer, but he's trained him. He's obviously flown into Australia. So that's two big ticks, two big pluses if you're Devin Haney. I'm still going Kambosos by very, very tight majority or split decision. Shin David says, what's up, Ade? Joel Gunner says, I won't say good morning. It's still good evening for me. Can't wait for this one. I've had Kambosos all week, but after the weigh-in and Haney's dad coming in, I'm going for Haney now. Kind of what I just said. Yeah, as it's got closer, and you know it is as well. You listen to a few, or there's a few experts, and they're all very, very confident, especially the American ones anyway, that Haney will win. Maybe they are being a bit patriotic there. This cruiserweight fight between Natalia and Niika looks like, I mean, they're not wasting time. 5 rounder. I've never, ever, ever in my time watching boxing seen a 5 rounder. It's what is it normally, 4, 6, 8, 5 rounder? Never. Joe Gunner says terrible undercard fight so far. Yeah, not great, not great. But look, as we all do, we know what we're tuning in for, and that's the main event. Dean Baston says morning Ade, morning Dean. Alian says hey Ade, hello brother. Connor says yes Ade, all good brother, all good indeed, all good indeed. A lot of people are asking why I wasn't at the Cardiff show today. I went to the Derby, the Epsom Derby. I was sort of asked to go there by a company a few months back, so that was kind of booked in, and I had a bit of fun there. It was enjoyable, enjoyable. Lost some money, won some money, but enjoyed the day. GB7 says morning peeps. What time is the fight scheduled for? As I said, around 4 o'clock ring walk time, 4:15. Irfan Rafiq, yes, bad man Ade. Joe Gunner said should be on at 4. Yep, that's what we're hearing. Let's get some predictions in, people. I'll read out everyone's predictions. Let's get them in. ZOX4 says, I'll say Devin Haney by points, but boxing has become so unpredictable. One bad night can change it all. That seems to be the safe one that a lot of people are going with. Devin Haney by points. You just don't know, do you? You don't know. Devin Haney hasn't had, I think, a knockout in his last 4 or 5. Kambosos can punch as well. Both of these are not concussive punches. I mean, there are no Javante Davises in the ring tonight, but you never know, man. You never know. All it takes is one clean one to just show in the changing room of Devin Haney. Just showing the changing room of George Kambosos. Looks like he's getting treatment on his left shoulder there. Was that just a massage? Interesting. Sorry, I didn't read that one out, did I? Big Tony Rocket says, yes, Ade. Yes, brother. Mohammed LaRusso said, did you stay awake or take a nap? I tried to stay awake. Around 11 o'clock, I started flagging. I had a coffee, did the opposite thing, put me to sleep. And then I woke up at like 2 thinking, shit, got to get to the studio. Thank God I only live a couple of minutes away, so I was able to get here. Tom Caffrey says, apologies for messaging you twice on Twitter when this was starting. Was that you, Tom? No problems at all, brother. No problems. Martin Banner says, yes, people, respect from Brum. Got Birmingham in the house. I read that one already. Read that one. Mohammed Larissa saying, did I see the Joe Cordina knockout? I did. Fantastic. Look, fantastic performance from Joe. Fantastic performance. I mean, no one predicted that. Everyone thought that he might have to, might have to go to the well a bit in this one. I mean, a lot of people that know their stuff were picking Ogawa to win. And then he done that in the second round. That's a statement, that is. Mr. S says, the curse of Lucas Brown, I'm 15 quid down already. A lot of people had money on Far. A lot of people. Man, Lucas Brown's a puncher. Irfan Rafiq says, Lucas back on the juice. And I'll tell you this now, there weren't no VADA testing, put it that way. I'm not quite sure. Who knows? Super chat here, and thank you so much for the super chats. Finbar White. Good morning, Ade. Hope you get plenty of coffee. Hope you got plenty of coffee. Not enough, but now I'm starting to wake up. I feel like I'm getting there now. We're good. We're good. We'll be okay. Tom Caffrey says it's for the American audience on ESPN. Yeah, it is for the American audience. It's a joke. Jesus Christ, I didn't even know it was that late in Australia. It's 12:02 p.m. here. Where's that? Is that in Australia? Does someone know the exact time in Australia for me, please? If you could put it on the chat, if you do. The Lost Soul says, "Hey, Ade, hope you're doing well, but not sure I'll be able to stay up for this one. I'll try to stay here for a bit. However, I hope it's a good fight. Stay. Come on, go and get yourself a coffee and stay. A lot expected, by the way, of David Nika in this cruiserweight. A lot expected. Good amateur record. Looks like he's got a bit of pop. Looks very big for a cruiserweight. We'll see. We'll see what he can do. I don't like already. Very early in his career, and look, maybe that's just his style. It's weird. Everyone's kind of adopted that kind of Mayweather shoulder roll style. I want to see with your hands up, man. Hands up. You know, something. It, if you can stop it now, you can stop it now, and he can kind of eventually kind of get over it and stop doing it. You got to put a stop to it now, though. If you let it continue, he's going to come up against guys that will just crack him because he's so open for a right hand, so open. Let's quickly read a few more. Dominic Pickle says, morning. Not me says, Sup Ade, good to have you back, my boy. Thank you very much, people. Ebenezer Goo says it's Sunday early afternoon in Melbourne. Okay. Big Tony Rocket says, I was at the Cordina fight earlier. Well, Tony, if you're still on, Mr. Big Tony Rockets, how many people would you say was there? I was trying to gauge it. It was difficult to see. 5, 6,000. How many were there? Let me know if you know. Adil Shakut says, hey, Ade, how's things? Cordina knockout had me stunned. You and me both. Honestly, you and me both. I was actually on the phone to someone and started screaming, and they must have thought I was mad. So, yeah. All right, let's get some predictions here now. Adil Shakut says, I got Kambosos by split decision. Thanos, or Tanis, sorry. Thanis, yeah. Says, pay-per-view price in Oz is $60. How much is it in the UK? It's free in the UK. I'll say free. It's free on Sky Sports. So we're not paying any extra for it. Obviously, if you have your Sky Sports, it's free, but not paying any extra. Ace Golden Gloves says, I'm really looking forward to this fight. Both men will get hurt and have to dig deep. I got Haney for the win if he fights with discipline. Maybe. I get that. Where's the coffee? Says Mohammed. Larusi already had it. Oh, nice straight right, by the way, from the Ika. He's got fast hands, slick, but he's getting caught. I just said it. Like, there you go. Caught with that overhand right. He's almost having a bit too much of a war for someone in what is his full fight. These are fights that are supposed to be kind of learning fights, easy fights, really. They're matching him maybe a bit too hard early here. We'll see. All right, who else is in the building? Rowan Perry, morning at 8. Morning. I'm surprised how many of you are in. Thank you, guys. I'm shocked how many of you, nearly 200 of you in, and we're about an hour away from the main event. So thank you very much. Boxing TV 258 says, who you got, Ade? I've been saying Kambosos from the beginning, and although I'm kind of leaning towards Devin now, I'm going to stick with my prediction and say Kambosos by split decision. Wesley App says, Wagwan Ade, watching from Kingston, Jamaica. Jesus Christ, this is mad. Every time people say all this stuff, I kind of think this is crazy. Thank you for watching, Wesley. Appreciate it, brother. Tom Caffrey says, I've got money on a Haney unanimous decision, so relying on a masterclass. You might just get it. Honestly, you might just get it. Moamin Ome, if I said that correctly, man like Ade, man like Moamin. What we got here? We got 2 seconds, people. Just want to read a couple more predictions. Stuart Smith says Kambosos on points. Hope Haney wins, though. It seems as though Kambosos has pissed off a few people with his antics in the last couple of weeks. I like it. He sold the fight. I mean, if there is going to be 50,000 there, I don't know if that's going to be true, by the way. That's on him. He's done really well. Michael Madden says Devon TKO 9-12 might do. That's what Shakur Stevenson, I think, has said as well. Like, Devon will eventually soft him up and stop him. I'm not sure. GB7 says, I think Haney gets dropped, can't lie, but Haney points late stoppage maybe. Shows, that alone shows kind of what I've said. I think a lot of people are still not quite sure about Haney. Not quite sure. This is the kind of fight where you can kind of prove us all just how good he is. We'll see. Diego Castro says, morning, evening, Ade. My head says Haney, but my heart says Kambosos. Think the determination will get him through. I'm kind of thinking that as well. I'm thinking that. I think he'll have to come for a gut check, Kambosos, and we know he can. He came for the gut check in the fight against Teofimo Lopez. I think it was round 11 where he struggled. With the home fans screaming for him, and they're going to make some noise. I think he'll get the job done. Daniel Woods says Kambosos by stoppage. People still sleeping on Kambosos. Yeah, that's my thing as well. I still, whether or not Teofimo Lopez underestimated him, he beat Teofimo Lopez in America. I still don't know if we're giving that the respect it deserves. I think that people are sleeping on him really badly. So Alex Ferguson says, tonight is when the cream rises to the top. Yeah, but which cream? Which cream? Who's both of them unbeaten? Who are you talking about? I'm guessing you're talking about Devin. We'll see if Devin's that guy. We'll find out tonight. Another super chat from Finbar White. Really appreciate it. Ade, give Ade a Mike Tyson thumbs up. Ade, I just watched the Foreman versus Holyfield fight from 91. I'd like to see a super series of fights with Lopez, Loma, etc. It won't happen. It won't happen, unfortunately. Oh, David Nika getting like, mate, this wasn't supposed to be a war. This is supposed to be, I was about to an exhibition fight, but it's not that. But no, this is supposed to be, one to impress, stay busy. Jeez, he's in a war here. He's getting caught a lot. He's looking tired. He's backs to the ropes. Don't know. The 6 o'clock Phantom says Kambosos stoppage. Big Tony Rickett says, I'm thinking Kambosos by split decision. Adam P says, I bet the draw. We do not want a draw. We just don't want that. Irfan Rafiq says, if they can rob Pac-Man over there, they can rob Haney. I don't think it was a Pac-Man robbery against Jeff Horn. I don't think it was. I've been watched that fight a couple of times. I think a lot of people probably remember Teddy Atlas and Teddy Atlas's voice, obviously commentating, and he thought it was a robbery. I don't think it was. I think it was very, very close, and I can see how you could give it to Horn. I think so anyway. Learn with Esolario says, top of the morning, Ade, Haney, unanimous decision. Let's block a few bots already. They've already started. Frankie Patek says, would love to see Haney splatter him. Well, people don't really like Kambosos, do they? Surprising this. Bilal Salim says, Kambosos has been too arrogant in the build-up. Reminds me of the way Lopez was before his fight versus Kambosos. Haney's got this. I don't necessarily think it's that. I've kind of likened it to Conor McGregor, where it's not arrogance. It's a bit of arrogance, but it's also a lot of confidence now. And look, that's maybe the way he's got to build himself up. This was, I don't think you guys remember, this was the way he was against Teofimo Lopez. He was saying exactly the same stuff, but maybe we just didn't put too much stock into it. And because Lopez was chatting a lot of shit as well, maybe. But this is just how George Kambosos is. We just didn't know because, let's be honest, we didn't really know him. No one really paid too much attention in the Lee Selby fight. No one paid too much attention to him in the Mickey Bay fight. This is who Kambosos is. And if you go and watch, and I'm sure you're not going to do it, but if you can kind of remind yourself of what it was in the build-up to the Teofimo Lopez fight, this was exactly how he was. It's just the same. Thanis says, thoughts on Aussie boxing, Ade? It's improving. Matchroom, I think, are trying to go to Australia, I believe, in September for a big card. I think that will be their first big card out there. So yeah, I think it's getting better. I mean, if you think of like Tim Zhu, you think of George Kambosos, and then there's others. But then even if you think of the girls coming through as well, and obviously Sky Nicholson, Ebony Bridges, etc. There's a lot of fighters coming out of Australia right now. Um, Stephen Ford still going with Kambosos in a scrappy points win. So Alex Ferguson said, Ade, God bless Mane and his African roots. He's talking about Sadio Mane, plays for Liverpool. Scored 2 goals as well today, didn't he, for Senegal? He's their record goal scorer now with 31. Base the Kid, Hardcore Casual says, what up, Ade? What up, Base? Thanks for being up and following us. Really appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. Daniel Woods says, I want Haney to win because they've tried to screw him over, but I think Kambosos will stop Haney. What do you mean try to screw him over? Do you mean with regards to his dad not being allowed in the country? Is that what you mean? I don't know. BG London, I'm too close to tap out now. I'm half asleep. Hold on, BG. BG, just hold on. Just hold on. It's 3:20. I mean, we're probably 45 minutes away. Maybe an hour, actually. Maybe an hour. By the way, this is I don't know too much about Niika's opponent. Matala. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Matala. I am shocked by this Niika performance. I've not been watching it properly because I've been reading the comments, but I expected him to blow this kid out there. He's not going to do that. 48 seconds left of the 5th round. Again, it was a 5-rounder. Very, very strange. This has surprised me, this performance. That they might, I don't want to say need to go back to the drawing board, but they might sort of just have a look at this one and think, okay, we need to work on a lot more before stepping him up, because there was a lot of talk about fast tracking him. You don't fast track this. You really don't. You don't. Jake here says, Ade, what's good? What's good with you? Look, I just saw a straight right down the pipe, and I've been talking about that right hand because he's got that lazy Mayweather-esque sort of hands down shit. You're not Mayweather. Boxers need to stop this. You're not that guy. Like, just keep your fundamentals, keep them up. Now we're just trying to swing for the fences last 10 seconds. He wins it, but don't know. Tom Gaffrey says, Far has ruined my ACCA. Do I go chasing? It is the question. No, keep your money. Keep your money in your pockets or in your bank account. Chris says, legit boxing IQ from Cordina. Saw that his opponent was holding his feet and just threw the right straight down the pipe. No setup. No. There was a bit of a setup, When you watch it, he kind of fainted like he's going to go low and then straight up. If you watch it, there was a bit of a setup. Very reminiscent of the way Canelo looks like he's going to go to the body, then all of a sudden go straight up the top. Ryan Garcia did it as well in his fight against Luke Campbell. Yeah, there was a bit of a setup, trust me. John, I can't pronounce your surname. McLaughlin, I can pronounce it. Says, really hope Haney batters Kambosos. He's pissed me off since being Lopez. Jeez, people not liking him. Shocked me, this is. Joseph said, what's up, Ade? What's up, brother? Wesley Yap says, Kambosos by KO. Haney recovery and chin suspect. Tried to hold Kambosos. It's like trying to hold a feral cat. Maybe. All right, so the time in Australia is 12:09. Jeez, weird time for boxing. So they're catering. This is crazy. So that means they're catering to the US market. Crazy. Man. Yeah, Base the Kid just confirming as well. That's madness. So Alex Ferguson said Sky Sports and Top Rank is a beautiful partnership. Long may it continue. Yeah, we are getting some good boxing. And well done. Well, look, well done to Sky. Because again, I thought, and obviously I completely got it wrong, but I did think once Matchroom went with the zone, I thought that might be that. But obviously Sky's linked up with Boxer. Again, you mentioned the Top Rank thing. And we're getting some good cards. Good cards. Alien's saying that's early for boxing. Yeah, ridiculously early for boxing. Ridiculously early. I mean, who knows? Khalid says, Ade, how do you see the state of British boxing in years to come? I see a lot of kids getting into the sport now. Hope there's funding in grassroots. They don't really care about funding, do they? Um, Boxing's in a good place. I mean, you just have to look at how many boxers now we're sending to the Olympics and how well they're doing. You go way back, and when you think of like Audley Harrison, just or even Amir Khan, think of this: Amir Khan was the only boxer in the 2004 Athens Olympics, the only boxer for Team GB. Think about that. And now we're sending over a whole squad, and not just sending them over, but a lot of them are coming back with medals. So yeah, boxing in Britain's in a very, very healthy place right now. But I guess what it does need to produce, it's producing good boxers. It needs to produce superstars. And you think of who are the next superstars in British boxing. I think the only one that really springs to mind in terms of bums on seats and potentially in big pay-per-view fights is probably Conor Ben. That's it, really. Joe Cordina maybe after this world title. Be interesting to see, how well that done for DAZN. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, there's not that many. There's not that many. Big Tony Ricketts says it felt like 10,000 in attendance, but I think it was probably around 5,000. He's talking about the Cordina fight. How many? I asked him how many were there. Uh, King of King OP the Great, if I got that right. Yes. Cordina took inspiration from Jake Paul, fake to the body, overhand right. That's kind of what I said. He did. He did set it up. He faked to the body. Jake Bryce says thoughts on Cordina versus Stevenson. Whitewash for Stevenson, or does Joe have a chance? He has a chance, but you have to favor Shakur Stevenson. I don't know anyone that would pick Joe Cordina in that fight, and that's not a slight on Cordina. It's just how good Stevenson is. So yeah, you'd have to favor Shakur Stevenson. If I'm Joe, that's not a fight I take right now. You look at the other world champion Gutierrez, Zelfa Barrett, and then especially if it's Gutierrez, you get that belt, and then it's an undisputed against Shakur, and then it's just a big fight. You do it. And look, Oscar Valdez is still there. Oscar Valdez is not going to go up in weight. He's maxed out at this weight. That's a good fight as well. I know Oscar Valdez is coming for loss, but look who he lost to. So yeah, there's fights there. Karma Serene, good morning, Ade. Good morning indeed, Karma. How are you? How are you? David Henry says, please show the fight. David, I can't. I can't. It's not worth risking the channel being shut down for. Finbar White says, I wonder if it will end up being a draw, but it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a good fight as well. I'm really, really looking forward to this one. That's why I haven't done a live watch along since Fury White, and I haven't done one of these early ones. I think since I can't remember when the last one was. It might have been Terence Crawford, Sean Porter. It's been a while. I can't think because obviously a lot of them I guess, been working on. So yeah, I can't think. So it's been a long time, but this one I really wanted to do because I think this is going to be a good one. Good question. I don't know this one. Who promotes Gutierrez? I don't know. He's almost like the super featherweight that no one talks about. No one talks about him. I think he has a fight coming up in a couple of weeks. Hay fever's got me a little bit. Z OX4 says Haney is faster and sharper, but Kambosos has the timing. I don't 100% know if Haney is faster than Kambosos. I'm not, and if he is, it's not by much. It's not by much to make a difference. It's not. I do think Kambosos has better timing. Look, it's quite evenly matched up. This one, it really is. Power wise, Haney looked a bit bigger, didn't he? I didn't realize that Haney's that much bigger than Kambosos, but power quite close as well. It's a good matchup, man. It really is. Connor says, drop a like on it, people. Yes, if you can, drop a like for me doing this at 4 in the morning, if you don't mind. And if you're new to the channel as well, please hit that subscribe button. Mardi Sheikh says, this undercard is so confusing. Not really. I mean, that's kind of what they do. Okay, I know what you mean in terms of having a 5-rounder And then you've already had Lucas Brown. That was a 10 rounder. Now you're going to, I think, what this is a 10 rounder. It's a bit weird, but yeah. AM10 says, how long until the fight starts? I don't think this is the co-main, by the way. I think there's this and then there's one more. So let's hope this one gets done quick. You got both Maloney brothers are fighting, so I expect them both to kind of fight now and then the main event. So we still might be about 45 minutes away, guys. Sorry. Mark Kafriki says, looking forward to this one. Has a big fight feel about it. It does. Stadium looks amazing as well. Looks amazing. And I like this. I mean, aside from the fact I think it's going to be a close fight, I want Kambosos to win just because I think there needs to be big time boxing all over the world. It can't just be Europe and America. We need events like this in Australia. We do, to help grow the sport in that country. That's what you want. So from that point of view, I actually wouldn't mind seeing Kambosos win. I'm just going to quickly read a super chat that's come in, and then we're going to go back to the questions. Thank you so much, by the way. North Bank Bren says, Ade, keep up the great work. We need to see you back again on Monday Night Smoke. Shout out all the great defeaters. And of course, Trav and KG. Yeah, I do need to get back on there, man. I do. Trav and KG do such an amazing job on the Undefeated podcast. Those guys are fantastic. Their energy, really good together. They're going to go a long way, you know. They're going to go a long way. I know they both separately do their comedy stuff, but good people, very good people. The Equalizer says, Ruiz Jr. got robbed. Pac-Man got robbed. Do you see Devin Haney getting robbed? Ruiz was in New Zealand, I think, in that fight with Joseph Parker. Again, we say robbery. It was a close fight against him and Joseph. Close fight. But it always will go to the home fan. I don't think Pac-Man got robbed. I don't believe he did get robbed. Do I see Haney getting robbed? Happens everywhere. Happens everywhere where, you know, the judges seem to favor the home fighter. We'll see. We'll see. Dan Swell says Kambosos in 7. What's this one? AM10 says it's going the distance. Controversial decision. Kambosos by split decision. I'm with you. I'm with you. Enoch, I'm really falling asleep. Enoch, you done it wrong. You should have taken a power nap. What you should do right now, take a quick power nap. You've got about 45 minutes. Have a coffee, wake up. You don't want to miss it. There's no point staying up until nearly 3:30 in the morning and flagging half an hour before it's supposed to fight or the fight's supposed to start. What are you doing? King of the Great says, am I saying it right? No, King OP the Great, apology, says Haney will win, but he still hasn't got his man strength yet, so it'll be a rough ride. Should have his man strength. What is he, 23? When do you get it? David Henry, Devin might win on points. It'll be hard in another man's country. It will be. Connor says, I'm not convinced in the slightest by Haney, and I just don't like the guy. So my prediction is 50% biased. MJam93 says, who would you like to see Cordina fight next? And what's your thoughts on Joshua Buatsi versus Bivol next? I would like to see Cordina fight Zelfa Barrett. Zelfa Barrett won the European title on that same card, beating Kurbanov in the co-main event. Looked very good as well. I think a judge had it as shutout. That's not bad. That's not bad. So I'd like to see him take on Cordina. As for Buatsi versus Bivol, not yet, not for me. The show in the crowd, it really does look like a beautiful arena, you know, this Marvel Stadium. Yeah, not for me, Bivol Buatsi. I want to see Bivol versus the winner of Joe Smith Beterbiev. All I want to see Buatsi fight is Yard. That's the fight I care about the most. That's what I want to see. Would it happen? Probably not. Venom Love says Kambosos with the split decision. He's fought better fighters and his 230 plus round sparring with Pac-Man give him the edge. Has he fought better fighters? So what? Selby, Mickey Bay, Teofimo Lopez. And you look at the big names that Devon's fought, Jorge Linares, Jojo Diaz. He probably has. You're right. He probably has. Jacko says, just joined. Have you spoke about the Cordina win or Brown on the undercard? We have kind of been speaking about Cordina throughout the show so far. And Lucas Brown obviously knocking out Junior Farr. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Knocked him out in the first round. Put him down hard with a big overhand right early. The referee could have waved it then. Farr's legs were gone, and then another right hand, and that was that. Django Fruxton says, I can easily see the controversial decision win for Kambosos. Notorious HC says, Kambosos is so annoying. I'm rooting for Haney. Ooh. You know what I just saw, by the way? And I kind of, I'm a bit lost as to where we are on this card as well now. So I believe this is Jason Maloney fighting now. Let's have a quick look. I think it is Jason. Okay, this is Jason Maloney fighting right now. I think this might be the co-main event now, because Andrew Maloney, his brother, I just saw walk to the ring with him. And this one is the bigger fight, this Jason Maloney fight, because this is for the WBO International Bantamweight title, and it's also the WBC Silver Bantamweight title. I think this is the co-main. I think, could be wrong, I think we're going after this. I think. We'll see. But I think the main event's next, people. James Kadir says, hey, Ade, I used to post under the title Pound for Pound Boxing. Wanted to thank you. Thank you for your call all those months ago and congratulate you on an amazing success with the Zone and Talksport. Man, that's a nice message to get, brother. Thank you as well. Thank you. Alian says, skills pay the bills. Haney by shutout. Okay. Omar Vasquez says, Ade is the GOAT for this live stream. You know what? I was always going to stay up and watch it myself, so why not live stream it? Why not? But thank you so much for that as well. Leo Max says, who you think the winner of Kambosos versus Haney fight next? If it's Kambosos, I do think he's going to go for Loma. That was what it was supposed to be. Remember, it was supposed to be Lomachenko, and then obviously the situation in Ukraine. If it's Haney, then there is a rematch clause. So Haney will have to fight Kambosos again. But I do think Haney can have the fight in America, but it will be Kambosos Haney again. Finbar White says Kambosos would be great in the WWE. He's got the personality. But unfortunately, he hasn't got the size. SK says you can be confident without trying to bring others down. I'm not a fan of the Kambosos act. I don't know if it's an act. I think it's just him. Honestly, I think it's just him. Michael Reed says Haney by split decision. He will outbox Kambosos all night. It'll be a clear win, but the ref will make it seem closer than it actually will be. So we got a loud cry for the rematch. Okay, you proper breakdown. I got Damian Lillard. I don't know if you guys are basketball fans, but Damian Lillard from the Portland Trailblazers is in Australia. He's there. He's ringside watching the action. That's commitment, because that's far to go. America to Australia ain't no joke. Ain't no joke. I mean, even though he probably did it on a private jet, ain't no joke. Alian says, is Kambosos Greek heritage? Yes, he is. Michael K says, even Ade, this one has draw written all over it. Keep up the good work, my man. Thank you very much, Michael. I will appreciate that. Tom Caffrey says, thoughts on Katie Taylor at Croke Park? Would sell out 83,000 instantly. Any thoughts on who you would like the opponent to be, considering Serrano is now ruled out? Ruled out? I didn't know that. I did not know Serrano was ruled out. If Serrano is ruled out, then I don't think Katie Taylor versus anyone sells at 83,000. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. This is news to me. I wanted to see her versus Serrano, Again, Madison Square Garden, not Croke Park, Madison Square Garden. I want it 50-50 down the line. I want 50 Puerto Rican fans, and I want 50% Irish fans. But if it isn't um, Amanda Serrano, then I guess give Chantel Cameron the crack. Chantel Cameron will come down to 135. Terry F says, watching from Thailand. Just figured out how to use live chat on my phone. Usually watch on PC. 9:21 in the morning here in Thailand. And it's just coming up to 20-4 here in London. I said, Alex Ferguson, Haney will win tonight. Late stoppage championship rounds. Martin Banner says, is there a rematch clause? There is. There is a rematch clause. Is this the co-main event? It is, I believe. In fact, I'm 99% sure this is the co-main event. Terry F says, I thought the actual fight starts at 2 p.m. Australian time, which is 11 a.m. Thailand time. I don't know, but we've been told here that the fight or the ring walk here is 4 o'clock in the morning UK time, which is in 20 minutes. So I'm guessing it's just after this fight here, which is into the second round, and it's a 10-rounder. Adil Shakut says, how many more fights left? I believe just this one. And it's starting to really pack up ringside now. So I'm thinking this is the co-main. Large of Ade, Mufasa is alive. Big up to you as well, brother. Mervin says, I feel like Cordina win. Gonna put massive pressure on Boatsy and co. Eddie sounds like he's becoming impatient. And so he should be. So he should be. Should be impatient. Remember, this is the 2016 Olympian crew here. But you've got to take it easy with Boatsy. They've not had that many fights, you know. Even when Cordina, I mean, that was Cordina's 15th fight. They've not had that many. And for Boatsy, he's got a couple of killers in these divisions, so they've got to be careful. Adam Beanie Smith says, can see Haney being 6-4 or 7-3 up after 10 rounds. Won't engage in championship rounds. He'll do enough just. That kind of sounds like Haney. That he's very, very intelligent and won't fight for the sake of having a scrap. He's not going to do that for no reason. He will coast if he can. He will coast. Smile back if you're ugly. Hey, Ade, just dropping by. I don't think I'll be staying up for the full fight. Be going to bed soon, I think. I don't know how you guys are doing this. If you're up now, stay up. The worst thing is you don't want to wake up and, you know, hear that you've missed an absolute cracker. Stay up. Jack Reese says, Ade, since I've discovered your channel, I found nothing but intelligent, informed, and just incredibly, I'm guessing I'm just gonna put a word in for you. Incredibly good content. You make boxing news so accessible to the non-hardcore, and everything is appreciated. I'm gonna screenshot that fucker. That's nice. I'll screenshot that one. Christopher Crowley says, was quite a shock when Kambosos was 136.9 at the weigh-in. Having to lose the weight within 2 hours, hope it doesn't disrupt his performance later. He's playing it down, saying it means nothing, and he just went for a piss and he was fine. Can't be fine. It can't be, but we'll see. Terry says Australians are used to that time for boxing because most big US fights are on around 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Okay. Australian time, usually on a Sunday afternoon. Okay, cool. Adam Beanie Smith says, Ade, nail this prediction down. Write it down. Haney to win by split decision and the Polish judge to give it to Kambosos. James Locke says, yes, Ade, was going to wake up for the fight, but was so excited, so I stayed up. Well done. Good man. Stay up. Wesley Yap says, salute, definitely Collar Ben, but Chris Eubank also still in the mix in terms of sort of stars. Chris Eubanks, Not for me. I think Chris Eubanks' time's done. I do, in terms of like being that draw. He's just not a draw. He's not. You know he's not a draw, Chris Eubank, when he has to go to fight Liam Williams in Wales. Like he's not. I don't know. I don't know how it's not happened for Chris, but he's not a draw. Oh, knockdown. Maloney just got a knockdown against this Politste. How long left? 42 seconds left of round number 3. Come on, let this end now, please. Come on, Maloney, get the job done. Go on, get the job done. Second knockdown, or was that a push? Is the referee giving it as a shove or a push? What's going on? What's the ref doing? Are they stopping the fight? Are they giving it as a shove, push? What's going on? Has he called it off? He has. Fight's over. Fight's over. Let's hope that was the co-main. Don't get me wrong. Even if it was, they're still going to do a lot of filler, I think, until 4 o'clock. But it is 3:45 now, so it means we probably will get going at 4. It's not bad. Not bad at all. BG London says, great moment seeing Bill and Devin reunited. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Useful Idiot says, big up Ade. Is Ted Cheeseman coming back? Love watching his fights. Always entertaining. You're smashing it, by the way. Well done for going live at this time. Thank you. He is coming back, Ted Cheeseman. I think he needed the rest. I mean, he's been in some really, really tough fights. And that one against Troy Williamson was, let's have a rest. You're a young man, wife and kids. Let's chill out for a little bit. And I think he will be back. I just feel like they need to kind of have a look at what they're doing with him, because you don't want a sort of a Sam Egerton sort of situation where you're just in brutal fights after brutal fights. Yeah. Maloney's just ran to Bob Arum outside the ring and giving him a kiss on the cheek. Don't see many fighters running to Bob. I can't lie to you. Mac One says Cordina will win in Britain against Stevenson, never in America. I think what Cordina's done as well now, that's 2 big fights where he's got knockout victories. Remember the first one against that Joshua Hernandez at Fight Camp, and now this one. So I mean, he's got underrated power. So that could be the thing against Shakur Stevenson. Maybe I don't know about Shakur's power, so that might be. And he's a very good boxer. He's pretty complete, Cordina. So again, as much as I favor Shakur Stevenson, he's pretty complete. Super chat from Billy Hamilton. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Says, yo, Ade, I've heard Fury versus Joyce at Old Trafford. No chance. No chance. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Don't know where you heard that from, but no. James Locke says Shakur Stevenson has put 17,000 on Haney win. I saw that tweet as well. Weird figure. Like 17,000, just strange. And why not put 15 or 20? 17,000, strange. Let's see. I mean, look, it's not much for them guys, is it? They got a lot of money. Connor says, I love that little tone shift from Ade whenever Karma comes on the scene. No. Just being respectful. That's all it is. Mohammed Mir says, Ade, big up on your growth and rise. Listening to you on TalkSport this week. Is Eddie losing his touch with the lack of stars? I don't know if that's Eddie. Like, I've never felt like Eddie creates the stars. I think he just, if he has a star, he then makes you bigger. So you've almost got to do that yourself. I think these boxers almost have to kind of work on their own brands and do things. Again, I always mention Conor Ben because Conor Ben's got a YouTube channel. He's always there at the fights. Conor Ben, I think it is go time, I think that was the co-main event because they're showing George Kambosos now backstage, just warming up, just loosening up a little bit. Looks very big now. He's rehydrated. He looks about like he's put on about 25 pounds. Honestly, he could be about 160 right now. What do these guys walk around at? Like, what does a Kambosos walk? If I'm saying he's 160 now, What does he walk around at a month out of a fight or 2 months out of a fight? 170, 180? These guys are big. Yeah, so going back to that one, I think the boxers need to work a bit more on their own brands as opposed to relying on Eddie Hearn to make them into stars. Saint Quintas says, do you think being the home fighter will give Kambosos a big advantage tonight? Yes and no. Problem is, sort of being the crowd put pressure on you to kind of just keep going that way. When you're the home fighter, they just want action. They want you to go and destroy the fighter. And sometimes you just got to stick to your game plan. I always feel like when fighters have a big crowd behind them, it can kind of throw them off what they were supposed to do because the excitement of the crowd almost gets them excited as well, and they kind of deviate from the action. But look, you'd rather fight at home than fight away. But Kambosos has got to make sure that he just sticks to what he's supposed to do. Smile back if you're ugly, says Devin Haney for the late stoppage. Andrew Milner says London in the building. Haney to win. What's this one? Saddis Ferguson, 59 likes and 288 people. Don't make sense. Smash the like button, ladies and gents. Yeah, please, if you can, please, 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 hit the like button. It really helps the channel. It's easy to do as well. I mean, it's going to take you like 1 fucking second. Just hit it. Let's read a couple more. James Locke, it's confusing when on Box Rec, the list is all over the place. No order at all yet. It's very confusing, but this has to be the co-main. It just has to be. There are fights scheduled after the main. Well, we're definitely not doing them. We're doing the main and going home. MM says, strange time to have a boxing event on 2 in the afternoon. Unusual for us Brits. Nowhere near enough drinking time. Yeah, so a few of you have confirmed this now. Rowan Perry's confirmed it. I think the other Maloney brother is on after the main event. That's a disaster. That makes absolutely no sense. But hey, it is what it is. James Locke saying the arena. Where's this one? 2 sex peeps. Okay, yeah, people saying it's the co-main. What's this? Cinnamon here saying, Addy, Spence don't want Crawford. I'm telling you, brother, I said it. No, Spence definitely wants the Crawford fight. I don't believe that for a second. Errol Spence believes he can beat Terence Crawford. And so does Terence Crawford believes he can beat Errol Spence. Both want that fight. It's just about money. Just about money. James Locke saying the arena looks huge. It does. 50,000. It's really nice. It's not an arena, it's a stadium. It's a big one. Tom Caffrey says, any updates on who will be on the podcast? I know you've mentioned Richards, but any plans or anything? Also, no whiskey tonight. No whiskey tonight because I've actually got work in the afternoon, and I'm interviewing Joe Cordino as well for DAZN in the evening. So yeah, literally going to do this, go straight to bed, then work. As for who I'm getting on the podcast, I've slacked on that a lot, haven't I? We'll try and get serious with it and really get some good names in here, but I have slacked. But we are going to get Craig Richards next week. I do go to America on Thursday for Golden Boy. So either before or after that, we'll get something done. Oh, look at this confident prediction. I think Haney wins comfortably, 117, 111, something like that. Okay. Life and Death says, I thought Kambosos was going to lose his last 2 fights and he won them. I think Kambosos loses the decision, but we'll see. Yeah, I thought that as well, Kambosos. And this is what I'm trying to say. I feel like we are, again, sleeping on him a little bit. I don't know, man. I have no idea. That's why I'm so interested in this fight. I have no idea how this fight plays out. That's what I'm interested in. Um, Warren Jackson just woke up, feel ropey as fuck. You and me both. Stephen Ford, when Kambosos gets the decision, I don't think it'll be controversial. Kambosos by 3 rounds. We haven't got long to wait, guys. I think we've got about 10 minutes. 10 minutes to wait, I think. Also says Khalid Ade, who's your top 5 black British athletes of all time? That's too difficult to even name right now. I can't even think of that. I'll tell you who my number one growing up, probably like John Barnes to an extent because of Liverpool, but I used to always love Ian Wright. Always love Ian Wright. And I used to love, I don't know how old you guys are, but a sprinter called Linford Christie. Like those are kind of like growing up, they're like, just really appreciate what they done. Um, Base the Kid says, when am I coming to the studio? A lot of people want to come to the studio, you know. Um, I don't mind. Base, you know, we can sort something out, you know. Just message me if you want to come and we can have a little boxing chat. I'm more than happy for you to come, Base. More than happy for you to come. Yes, agreed. But he won't. Usman Mahmoud says, boy, actually should remake the fight with Maxim Vlasov, the rightful WBO champ. Agreed. That's the fight he should have. Vlasov is what they should be trying to do. Um, he beats Vlasov. He beats Vlasov. He's world level, Boatsy. Because Vlasov, sorry, is legit. So that's really the fight they should have. Martin Banner says, is Eddie Hearn signing Tank? No chance. Absolutely no chance. Osiris Ferguson says, Kambosos, Haney, and all these lightweights are lucky my brother Loma is fighting Ops. They're very lucky Loma's not around right now. Loma would have beaten Kambosos every single day and twice on Sundays. That's what I think. Michael Van Gerwen. Hello, Ade. Do you think Usyk will be heavier in the rematch? No, I don't. I think AJ will be. I think AJ is going to come in a bit heavier, but I don't think Usyk will. Chris says stadium is half empty. Let's have a look when they show it again. Don't think it is. ABCDEF says, I honestly don't rate Kambosos that highly. I don't see him as elite. He's not beating Haney, Loma, or Tank, or even Lopez in a rematch. You can't say that. You can't say, or even Lopez in a rematch. He's beaten Lopez already. Like, so let's give him the credit. I mean, he beat Mickey Bay, split decision, could have gone either way. Went to the UK, beat Selby. Went to America and beat Teofimo Lopez. What's he got to do for you to rate him? Like what? What else can he do? He's beaten 3 good guys away from home, and he's been the underdog in all of those 3, and he's won all 3. Come on, man, let's give him some respect. King OP the Great says, Ade, will we see you pop up on Sky for transfer talk over the summer, or is it Talksport and DAZN at this point? Congrats on all your success. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do the Sky stuff. Sky have pretty much kind of blocked me from doing it, which is disappointing. I was supposed to do it last summer and it just didn't happen. There was a lot of people trying to sort it out and trying to get me back on, but it didn't happen. So yeah, it is um, Talksport, and one other that will be announced very, very soon. So yeah, that's enough right now. Plus the YouTube, it's getting difficult to juggle all of this stuff, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, big super chat coming here. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it from Joe Donnelly. Yo, Ade, is the winner of this fight the WBC world champion or franchise champion? In my opinion, the franchise title ruins the meaning of undisputed because they cause dispute. Yeah, you're right. Undisputed, yeah, it does cause dispute. I love the channel. Keep up the great work. The winner of this fight is not the franchise champion, although there has been whispers that they will be elevated the franchise champion. But the winner of this one is for all the marbles. It's the Undisputed World Championship, undisputed. So yeah, this is it. But after this, I'm hearing whispers that they'll just be upgraded to franchise champion, which is a joke, in it. The whole thing's a joke. Another super chat. This one from Finbar White. Again, thank you very much. Says, Ade, over the past few years, been great watching your hard work pay off with your wit and intelligence. PS, would you like to see Bowen at Liverpool? Love it. Would love to see Jared Bowen. Liverpool were actually close to signing Jared Bowen before West Ham did. But I think for his career progression, it made a lot more sense going to West Ham. But yeah, would love to see him. Would love to see him at Anfield, and really appreciate your kind words as well. Thank you very much. All right, where are we? I'm trying to get back into some sort of order of questions. I feel bad that I've missed out on a few. Let's see if we can get back to some sort of order. That fight ended a bit too quick for them, didn't it? They're obviously waiting for something. I mean, it's 4 o'clock now in the morning. The ring announcer's not even in the center of the ring. They're just showing fucking pictures of the stadium again and a bit of Kambosos, a bit of bit of filler here. Just fucking come on, just get it up and running, man. What's this? Connor, I'm immensely grateful that my hangover kept me in bed until 4 p.m. No problem staying awake here. Brown versus White rematch from Daniel. No chance. Absolutely no. Very interesting to see who Dillian White does fight next. But no. I'm just going to quickly read more. 2 secs, people. Silk Tech says, even that ain't my bro. Who would you say is the better boxer, Crawford or Loma? And also, who's got the better ring IQ? For me, Loma. I mean, that just my own personal opinion. I think Loma is just scary special. I mean, Crawford's good, but Loma is scary special for me. Everything he does, I'm like, geez, what? Like there are times when Loma does stuff, and I rewind. I'm like, what was that? How was he there? Then he's there. Then he's there. I think he's an incredible boxer. So I'd have to give it to Loma. And then again, you look at the amateur record of Loma, and it's just that's ridiculous. He's a ridiculous fighter. It's just a shame that he's of the age now, and there's a lot of injuries, and we've probably only got a year left, maybe of Loma, 18 months the max, I think. 2 secs, homies. I like this. Look at this one. I love this. I want to read this out. We love you, Ade. We do. We love you, Ade. We do. We love you, Ade. We do. Oh, Ade, we love you. Come on, the dream. Good vibes indeed, my man. Got to tell the tape here. George Kambosos 28, Devin Haney 23. They said that Kambosos is taller. He's not. They got him listed as 5'9", and Devin is 5'8". Then again, Devin does wear those big, horrible trainers. Reach, Devin Haney's got a 71-inch reach. George Kambosos 68. George Kambosos debuted in 2013, Haney in 2015. 20 only, it's weird. Only 20 fights for Kambosos. 20, I think that's a 27 for Devin Haney. Devin Haney, the favorite to win, 4-7. Kambosos 11-8. The draw 16-1. Haney to win on points 10-11. Interesting. Lewis Moore has said that Hearn said today that Team Serrano want to stay busy fighting August. They ain't fucking about, are they? Interesting. Just saw a super chat come. I just want to quickly read the super chats. It's only right that you read the super chats as they come in, isn't it? Only right out of respect. This is from Slowly Turning Silver. It says, Ade, what did you think of Zelfa tonight, especially considering it was the anniversary of his mother's death? Yeah, a lot of people might not have known that. Did they say it? I didn't watch the broadcast. Did they say it on the broadcast? Um, Good, wasn't it? Good. I only watched it in parts. I didn't watch all of it, so I'm not going to pretend I did. But the parts that I did watch, he looked good. He's fighting a European champion, and that's the same guy, that Kurbanov, that caused Cordina problems. I think Cordina beat him by majority decision. Um, what 18 months ago? So for Zelfa to kind of get through the European champion that easily, very good performance. They're showing sort of footage here of Devin on the scales. Looks sharp, razor. Like, looks really good. Obviously, Kambosos missed weight first time round. We'll see what Kambosos can do. But Devin looks really good. A bit here confirming the Serrano issue, saying that Serrano will fight on the Jake Paul undercard in August. Look, if you're Serrano, get the money. The money's out there to be made right now. Get it. If you can fight on the Jake Paul undercard and get paid, and then still be healthy and fight Katie Taylor, whether it be in Ireland or in Madison Square Garden again, do it. I like that. Stay busy. Stay busy. Why have 6 or 7 months out? She wants to do it. Just looking. Irfan Rafiq says, if Haney wins, he's moving up. I don't see him going back to Australia for the rematch. Um, we'll see. I mean, obviously that means you're basically saying he's going to win and vacate. Might do that. Might do. I'll be shocked if he does that. There's a lot of big fights, 135 pounds. He still is young. He's growing, obviously, and it's going to be difficult to make 135. But I still think there's at least 12 months of 135 pounds. He's not as big as Teofimo Lopez, who had to go up. So I think he's still sixth around at 135. Is this true? Adil Lambert says that Stephen Fulton just got iced. Is that true? Can someone confirm that, please? That can't be true. Smile back if you're ugly says Alicia Baumgartner for Katie. No, Alicia Baumgartner has signed to fight Michaela Meyer. So she's fighting Michaela Meyer, and that's a big, big fight. 130 pounds, big fight. I actually think Michaela Meyer wins that. Daniel Bob says, haha, I just heard Lucas Brown knocked out Junior Farr. Addy, my man, your brother from the States. Yeah, knocked him out clean. Easy work, first round. Steve, I put £50 on Kambosos' decision after seeing Manny versus on. You know what it is? A lot of the floor seats still look very empty. And they're the expensive ones. They still look very empty. But the stadium itself actually looks pretty busy. I wouldn't say it's full. I don't know if 50,000 the capacity. If 50,000 is the capacity, I would say it looks like there's about 40 in there, which is still I mean, come on. 40,000 for a boxing match is bloody incredible. Incredible. Lights Out says, hey, Ade, what's your thoughts on Amir Khan versus Floyd in an exhibition? By the way, when's our next interview, brother? Floyd, I called that. I said Amir Khan will fight Floyd in an exhibition fight. Make a lot of money in sort of the Middle Eastern regions, wouldn't it? Loads of money. In that fight in Dubai is big bucks. Big bucks. Next interview, reach out and let's see. Let's see, my man. What do you think of Teofimo Lopez versus Jack Catterall? You know, I like Jack Catterall. I don't know if that was just a really one-off superstar performance or he is very much world level. I don't know. And as for Teofimo Lopez, we have to see what he looks like at 140. Mentally, we don't know where he is after that defeat. Look, I think he'll be. Oh, they're showing Jeff Horn ringside now. I think he'll be okay, but I don't know. If I'd have to pick a favorite, I still edge to Tio, but we'll see what happens. I know they were kind of reaching out, weren't they, on social media with each other, talking about let's get this fight made. And Jack Catterall saying, I'm self-managed now. Tell your people to reach out. And Teofimo saying, yeah, my people are going to reach out to you. Fights don't get made over Twitter. So all that and everyone's excited about it, like, oh my god, we could fights never get made over Twitter. Apologies. So don't believe that. I'm dying here. I don't understand the I don't understand the hold up. Oh no, it's packed. People, it is packed there. That place is full now. This is incredible. Right. For George Kambosos to do this is incredible. Like when Kambosos when he beat Teofimo Lopez and said, "Oh no, we're gonna go to Australia and I'm gonna fill the Marvel Stadium." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's done it. He's done it. Incredible. What's this one? Kevin Armstrong says, Ade, totally unrelated to tonight's fights, but do you ever think that Makabu's continued success since being slaughtered, since slaughtered him, makes Bellew look even better? I know what you mean. But you know what it is though, when I've watched Makabu's fights, like even his last fight, scrappy. But I do think that's a bigger win than we're given credit for. They've got Michael Buffer in the ring. That's fantastic, isn't it? I'm guessing we're going to have national anthems and all sorts of shit. Yeah, we are. Oh, who's this kid singing? I can't stand national anthems at boxing events. I don't know why. I'm just not a fan of it. Rowan Perry says, why are the locker rooms so small? They did look small, didn't they? Just looked weird. Considering how big the stadium is, looked very strange. Oh, what's this one? Pro Am Box says, I sparred with Jimmy Kelly a couple of years ago. His eyesight is terrible and he has to pour the jab to gauge the distance or just come in close. Benguia going to light him up with combos. See, that's the kind of like inside information that we just don't know. That's very interesting. What a weird matchup anyway. And Munguia versus Jimmy Kelly. Like, what's Golden Boy doing here, man? Kiefer Stewart says, where can I watch the fight? I don't know where you are in the world, Kiefer, but if you're in the UK, you can watch it on Sky Sports. Enoch says it's mad because I see Haney winning via TKO. That's not mad. That could happen. Rennock 8889 says, Ade, Houston, Texas in the building. Who you going for? I was and have always been going for Kambosos, but I'm starting to slightly lean to Devin Haney, just putting on a masterclass here. But I'm gonna stick with Kambosos. Oh, I didn't even know this. A lot of you telling me that Vlasov lost recently. Didn't even know Vlasov lost. Shows how up to date I am with boxing. Jeez. Someone asking me, am I going to show the fight? Guys, I don't show the fights. No. I don't want to like just trick you into thinking I'm showing the fights. I don't show the fights. If you do show the fights on your your YouTube channel will most certainly be taken down. So there's no point to it, especially big YouTube channels as well. They don't want that. Two secs, loads of sort of comments coming in now. Just going to try and get to where I am. A lot of you saying stadium's empty. It's not empty. Come on, man. Why do we do this all the time? If that's empty, if this is classed as an empty stadium, I don't know what is full. Fred Talks Fighting. Nice to see you the other day, mate. Keep up the good work with your channel. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Is that young? Is that in Fred? As in the one that interviews everyone? That's not empty. Jesus Christ. No, come on, people. Even the floor seats now are packed. Oh, this has got that kind of feeling, hasn't it, of a big one? It's got that feeling as a big one. Finbar White says, Addy, what do you think of Ricky Hatton fighting again? He has got in shape. Yeah, I interviewed Ricky Hatton about a month ago, and he looked really big. All of a sudden, he's back to kind of a decent weight. Obviously, he's having that exhibition fight, let's call it that, with Marco Antonio Barrera, and yeah, that's it. It should just be one exhibition fight and leave it alone. But we'll see. We'll see. And Michael Van Gogh, who have you have? Dubois or Bryan? I've got Dubois, but I think he might have to get up off his backside again. But I'm going for Dubois to beat him. Really? This can't be true. Sam Jones says Team Mayweather are apparently signing Sam Burkett from the UK. What do you think? Is that true? Um, oh my God, people are saying that Fulton. Sorry, I want to go back to that in a second. That one, that Fulton's has not been KO'd. Okay, I thought that Fulton has been KO'd. Jacob Quigg says, Ade Oladipo, I beg you get Punch Perfect Boxing on Talk Sport one day. His breakdowns are legit so good. No, honestly, Punch Perfect, fuck me, he must study boxing because his knowledge on not just sort of the main fights, every fight is incredible. It's difficult to get people on Talksport just because I have my show with Gareth A. Davis. If Gareth doesn't show up, they get Nick Pete from Fight Disciples to do it. And if Nick Pete don't show up, then it's Spencer Oliver. So there's a few have to drop off before I can get a guest in. I have in the past got G-Man in and Boxing Lowdown, but that's because a lot of guys drop out. But look, he's doing well. He doesn't need Talk Sport to grow yet. He's going to continue to grow himself. Punch Perfect because he's really good. He'll get spotted by someone. Articulate Design ASMR says, I know people are crying about it not being totally full, but a 40,000 live gate is still huge. Exactly. No wonder Matchroom are looking to establish a presence over there. Untapped market for sure. Indeed. Look at that. The appetite for boxing. And I think, obviously, I'm reading these messages as they come in, but I'm behind in messages. So I'm guessing a lot of you now are watching it and you can see it is now full. It's now full. So look at that market for boxing is incredible. And it's not like they've got a major boxing star. I mean, as good as Kambosos is, he's not fucking Anthony Joshua or Canelo, but they still get 50,000 in there. It's crazy. Um, Tyrone Williams says, I've paid to watch the fight, but I'd rather watch Ade talk boxing as opposed to watching the undercard. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you very, very much. Why weren't you at the Zone show today? I had a booking already that I had to do. I went to the Epsom Derby, the jockey club who kind of put events on in the Epsom Derby asked me to do something for them, and they kind of asked me a couple of months ago. So unfortunately, I had to do that. Stephen Tokley says, "Why have they done the Greek and Australian anthems? For fuck's sake, because he's half Greek, half Australian, isn't he? I think." Godson says, "How impressive was Joe Cordina earlier? Very impressive." Devin Haney making his ring walk. Again, we're going to commentate on the fight. I'm going to try my best to commentate on the fight as well. Um, what's this one? Joshua James. Anyone know a free link to watch the fight? It's on Sky Sports, Josh. It's on Sky Sports. You know, I can't take the links for big fights because I need to make sure it doesn't buffer and anything like that. Sometimes, as much as like, I know it's financially it's difficult for everyone. Everyone's on, got their own pocket, but spend a bit of money for the big ones just because you want to make sure you've got a clear picture. All that buffering shit, can't get it. Base the kid, the casual hardcore, or the hardcore casual. Apologies. It's a good crowd, but it's nowhere near full. Is it not? Mate, if that's not, then it looks full to me. The max capacity we're hearing is 56,000. Yeah, all right, no fence sitting now, guys. Get your predictions in, as Rowan Perry has said. Let's get them in. Get your predictions in. I'm going to read out as many as possible. Get them in. All right, so far, what we got? So Alex Ferguson says, I've changed. Haney in 8. They're showing Kambosos' um, changing room. Looks like a bit of a speech there. Maybe a prayer. Kambosos' entrance, I expect to be crazy. All right, let's see what we got here now. GI Zoe Sports Radio says Kambosos by split decision. Adil Shakut says Kambosos split decision. Malnourished Matty. Oh, Malnourished is in the building. Kambosos majority decision. Jeez. Oh, a lot of Kambosos is here. I'm reading these out in order, by the way. I'm not picking specific ones. Ryan Suras says Kambosos late stoppage. The biggest boss, Kambosos. Jesus Christ, man. These are all Kambososes. Oh, finally, we got one. FRB says Haney to KO him in the 6. Kian Parker's Haney KO. I wonder how Haney's going to deal with this hostile, and it's going to be hostile crowd. Going to be interesting. Godson, I'm going Haney round 10. Reese Morgan, Haney round 3. Chris, Haney by 117 to 111. I think that lady they're showing on camera there is Kambosos' wife. I think it is. Yeah. How difficult must it be for the wives and the girlfriends of these fighters? Mate. Like, you must just pray they just retire all the time. Najee Holmes, Haney late stoppage. Haney making his ring walk now. Trying to quickly see, want to look at his face. He would never be nervous, but just want to have a look at him. He is super confident. They are marching to the ring. Obviously, the boos are going to ring out, but they are marching. I'm so happy for Haney that his dad's next to him. Very, very happy for him. And look, even though it's a crowd against him, even he must think, geez, this is amazing. That this amount of people. I can't, I'm trying to think what's the biggest crowd Haney's fought in front of. It might be the undercard of the YouTubers, you know. I think that was around 20,000 maybe. I mean, this is double it and some. But he looks confident. Devin Haney looks confident, as expected. Let's quickly go for a few more predictions. 20 times Haney points, survives scare. Yeah. Aftab Ahmed, Haney on points. DC Haney 10th. A lot of Haney now. The Lost Soul, Devin unanimous decision. Not sure at all though. Rowan Perry says Kambosos round 11. No stoppage then, yeah. True Blue, Haney in 7 or 8. Searching for Ufos. Kambosos brutal KO middle rounds. Can't see that happening. Cannot see it happen. Chris Owen, Haney in 8. Chris Sapball says, my illegal stream is about a minute ahead of Addy, and it's annoying. Let me see what I can do with mine. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Unfortunately. Actually, no, I might be able to do something here. 2 seconds, people. I just want to try and see if I can get this somehow a bit faster. Unfortunately not. I think someone said that I'm a couple of minutes behind, which is very, very disappointing. George Kambosos, fantastic physique for a boxer. I think doesn't look like he's got any extra muscle. Like a lot of boxers, I almost feel like carry too much weight, especially like muscle. He just looks very loose, like just Spartan warrior like. He's done so well to sell this fight, man. I think he's done fantastically well. Um, Godson says, look at all them belts George has. Yep, got those belts from Tio, who got those belts from Loma, who picked up those belts everywhere. Ryan Suras says, I'm from Australia, but rooting for Haney. Funny enough, however, I think Kambosos will win. Rowan Perry says, nah, Haney gonna low blow Kambosos and get disqualified. He's marching to the ring now. It's Kambosos. Jesus Christ. This looks incredible. Nothing beats a big fight, you know. This looks it looks insane, especially with the fire going up as well. Wow. This is gonna be so I am so happy I stayed up for this. This is gonna be something, people. This is gonna be something. What else we got? Um, Devin Haney looks legit nervous and scared. I don't think he is. I don't think he is at all. Rowan Perry, we are Spartans. um, Articulate Design says, if somebody asked you yesterday, what's more likely, Cordino knocking out Ogawa cold or Haney knocking out Kambosos, what do you think you would have said? I would have said, oh, that's a good question. I think I probably would have said Cordino knocking out Ogawa, but maybe that's just because of what I've seen. I don't know, you know. Guys, I have absolutely no idea who wins this fight. But then again, no one does. That's the beauty of the sport. We don't have a clue. We don't have a clue. Kambosos is in the ring. Oh God, this is exciting. Him and Haney just went past each other. Ooh. Oh God. I'm gonna tell you. So a lot of you guys that have got your dodgy streams, I'm gonna let you know when the fight starts on my side. So you might want to kind of play catch up with what I'm doing, or at least start it when I start it, because again, I am going to commentate. Stephen Dodd, morning Ade, just joined for the main event. Absolutely buzzing. I am as well. Reese Morgan says exactly the same thing. I'm buzzing for this Ade. Guys, I've got that feeling in my fucking stomach. Got that feeling. Jesus Christ. Devin Haney, Bill Haney, is going back and forth with Kambosos' trainer as well. They're kind of having words of each other. Jeez. James Burrell says Haney gets exposed today. I have no idea. I have no idea. Rowan Perry, I'm hyped. This is what boxing does to us. This is what it does to you. I was tired 20 minutes ago. I am now fully awake. Adil Shakut, it's so even. It is for me. For some, again, for like others, it's not. Like a lot of the American fight fans and American boxing people think that Haney's got this one, like on points quite comfortably. I'm missing something. Base the Kid says 100% behind Haney tonight. Christopher McMillan says first 3 rounds will tell us the story. I can't wait. Nigel's just woke up in time. Again, Christopher McMillan saying much love from New Zealand. Much love indeed. The way Kambosos and Haney are staring at each other, I think someone is going to get their lights fucking switched off. They're gonna go for it. By the way, Haney's not scared at all. This talk, I think someone tweeted or sorry, messaged earlier saying Haney looks scared and nervous. No, he's not. He looks super confident. If anything, Kambosos almost looks a bit too pumped up. Car Droid says Jeff Mayweather thinks Kambosos wins. Don't know. No one knows, do we? Stephen Dodd, I have no idea how this turns out. Let's do this. I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue either. Adil Shakut says, May, I feel like a fucking kid in a sweet shop. Can this fight start already? I know. Can it just go? Can it go? Reese Morgan, this is going to be banging, Ade. This is what we want. This is what we want, isn't it? Dre Mack, Devin in 12. Here we go. Devin Haney, 27 fights, 27 wins, 15 KOs, only 23. Is he special or is he overhyped? Guys, we're going to find out in a couple of minutes. Brendo, thanks for the commentary, mate. Good luck to both guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, dude. Manarish Natty says, Matty, apologies, Natty. This all completely depends on if Haney tries to prove he can scrap like he did against Linares. Kambosos won't let him off. If so, true. Very, very true. Haney getting smoked. Don't know. Stephen Dodd, also big shout out to you, Ade, doing this live at this time, mate. Hit the like button, people. Yeah, guys, if you can, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. What is the time? 4:30 in the morning. Boy. But you know what? I was gonna stay up anyway. I was gonna stay up and watch this fight. Carl Joyce says both are gonna want this badly. Both have got what it takes to win. It is a close fight. All right, center of the ring, guys and girls. Let's go. In terms of where I am at they're in the center of the ring right now. They touch gloves just. Didn't really. Here we go. Here we go. First round is going to be key here. Let's see who establishes the center of the ring. Let's see who establishes the jab. Let's see if anyone lands anything telling. We'll soon find out. Devin Haney looks like he's put on weight. Both of these guys have definitely swelled up to that late 150s, 160 mark. Both of them look really big. Both of them bouncing on their toes, ready to go, itching. Are they going to meet in the center? Is this going to be very much like Teofimo Lopez, Kambosos, where they both just go at it? We shall see. Jab from Devin Haney there, just kind of reaching that jab out. It was a sharp jab as well from Devin Haney. Another jab from Devin Haney. Neither landing, but you know what? Range finders. What the jab does is set up the right hand. You have a look. The jab kind of allows you to gauge distance as well, doesn't it? Another jab from Devin. That's 4 jabs now from Devin. Nothing yet from Kambosos. Just having a look. Taking his time. Another jab from Devin Haney. Devin Haney, though, that low left hand's got to be careful with it. His jab starts from his waist. Got to be careful how low that left is, because remember we saw against Teofimo Lopez where Kambosos' right hand is sharp over the top. Very reminiscent of like a Danny Garcia right hand. Very, very sharp. Another left from Devin. Good look. A body jab now from Kambosos. Both of them just having a look as well. Both just very like almost jittery and stuttery in the center of the ring. Kambosos hasn't thrown the right yet, nor is Devin Haney, to be fair. Body jab again from Devin Haney. Sorry, from Kambosos. Sharp jab up top from Devin Haney. That was nice. That was clean. Very, very sharp. Fast. Good. Both get tied up now. Devin Haney takes Kambosos back to the ropes and maybe just showing them that, you know, I got a bit of strength. Maybe I'm the stronger of the two as well. A minute 20 left of round number 1. And you have to say Devon's jab's looking pretty good. Nice, sharp, crisp jab from Devon. I don't know if these are scoring shots, but they just look really sharp. Tied up again. Referee might have to have a warning for Kambosos there. That back of the head punch, and I think he is. He has just had a warning about that. Another sharp jab from Devin Haney. If it's the battle of the jabs, Devin Haney's winning that easily. And so far, he's winning the round because of that jab. 45 seconds left of round number 1. And nothing much here from Kambosos. He throws a couple of combinations there. Lands a nice little left as well, did Kambosos, as Devin Haney comes in. Devin Haney ties him up. 35 seconds left of round number 1. Referee calling time here, giving a bit of a warning to Kambosos. Referee's letting him know that I'm in control. You muck about, you're going to get a point taken away. 26 seconds left of round number 1. So far, it is a Devin Haney round. Again, it's not that he's done anything special, but he's thrown the jab, and the jab's landed a few times, and Kambosos hasn't really thrown anything, so you have to give the round to Devin. Again, they tie each other up. 10 seconds left. If anyone can land anything significant here, they might win the round. And it's Devin who lands a sharp jab. Devin's jab looking fantastic, by the way. Kambosos tries to throw a big overhand right. Nothing. Missed air. Devin round. Devin round. Nah, Devin round. Has to be. I see a lot of you saying, I think I just saw someone say Kambosos round. Come on, no chance. Devin round. I think all of you agree on that, right? Yeah. Devin round. Devin's jab just looked a lot better. It looked sharper in that first round. Kambosos needs to almost use his jab as well. It's almost as like he threw a couple of body jabs, but not much on them. So showing a replay here. Yeah, Devin's jab just really, really good. Like, he's very well schooled, Devin. Like, when he throws a jab, that hand comes straight back. Just very, very well schooled. Kambosos might need to try and rough him up a bit. They showed a right hand there that Kambosos missed, overhand right, but he might have to kind of just not go for broke, but he's going to need to get Devin's respect early. All right, here we go, round number 2. Kambosos immediately goes to the center of the ring. Devin's okay fighting on the back foot, by the way. Devin's a good back foot fighter. Let's see if Devin can sort of use the jab again. Double jab, beautiful already. Establish the jab again. Again, very well schooled, Devin. Oh, nice sharp 1-2 from Kambosos there. Nice little sharp 1-2 again. Finished with a nice uppercut as well. Not much, but again, more work. That's what he's doing, more work. Devin tries to throw the 1-2 and misses. Again, they tie up. The referee's going to have to get involved here. And he does. Breaks it up. This might get into a messy, scrappy fight, but we'll see. Devin tries to almost disguise him for a straight right as elbows in the face from Devin. Smart, like smothering him, elbows. You've got to do all these, the dark arts they call them, or boxing. Now it's Kambosos more on the back foot a little bit. Almost looks like Devin's got the center of the ring. Kambosos lands a nice little right hand there. I thought that landed clean. I'm going to have to show the replay. Nice jab from Devin Haney, but I thought that right hand from Kambosos landed clean. Maybe it didn't, but it looked like it did. Kambosos swings and misses and gets spun around. Devin doesn't throw anything. Nice jab again from Devin. This is a closer round, though. Devin's landed the jab, but not as much as he did in round number 1. And I feel like Kambosos has landed a couple of bigger shots with the right hand as well. So this is closer. 1 minute 13 left to go of round number 2. This could be, and again, I'm up for you guys to say, it could be a Kambosos run. Nice right hand to the body from Kambosos. Devin tries to respond with a jab to the body. Nothing. Jab up top from Devin is blocked by Kambosos. Kambosos, is he starting to read that jab now? I don't know. We'll see. Right hand from Devin. Nothing really on it. Again, they clinch. Referee breaks it up. Devin just having a look. Kambosos looking a bit more busier in this round, I think it's fair to say. Good jab from Devin Haney. Really good jab. Another good jab from Devin Haney as well. It's 2 in a row. Those are the kind of jabs that win you the round. 30 seconds left of round number round number 2. And it's almost like Kambosos knows that he might have lost the round with those jabs because he's trying to almost force the action now and push the action, knowing that he might need a scoring shot to win the round. Those jabs might have just given it to Haney. Bear in mind, though, he is fighting away from home. Are they enough to win the round? Not sure. Enough in my eyes, but I don't know in the judges' eyes. Nice little left hook from Kambosos, blocked by Haney. Is that a Kambosos or Haney round? What are you guys saying? Godson says hard round to score. Gave it to Haney. Chris 2-0 Kambosos. Milton Eze says George is limited. Haney round 2. Stephen Dodd says second round to Haney for me. The difference in this fight to Kambosos' last one is Lopez just wanted a KO all night, which played into Kambosos' favor. Yep. Reese Morgan's got 1 apiece. I might have it 1 apiece as well. I might have it. True 2022 says this is going to be very hard fight to score. I'm with you as well. All right, here we go. Round number 3. Again, close rounds these are, close rounds. It's only the jabs that's winning it for me, and the better jab is with Devin Haney. Kambosos looks like he's trying to do something there, just trying to mix it up. He threw a right hand, then a left to the body, just trying to show different looks to Haney, because Haney looks so smart, like he's almost reading Kambosos' work. Nice right hand there from Kambosos. Not much on it, but it's a scoring punch. Another jab, good jab from Devin Haney. Both just having a look, standing off, no punches thrown. But now it's Devin Haney on the front foot and Kambosos on the back foot, which is not what I expected. I expected Kambosos to be sent to the ring, but they're switching it, to be fair. 1 minute it's Kambosos, 1 minute it's Haney. But right now it's Haney on the front foot. Nothing going on again, just having a look. Haney for a jab and missed. Again, they tie up. Every time they tie up, it's almost like Haney's winning the battle of the strength, because Haney's always the one that pushes Kambosos back. Remember, Kambosos struggled to make weight. Is he a bit weak now? Is the body starting to feel that? Should be. It's too early for him to feel it for me, but you never know. That weight cut might have been a big one for him. Haney hands down. Oh, nice little combination from Haney. Landed 1-2. Kambosos on the back of the ropes. I think Kambosos might have felt that little left hand. It was the left hand that finished. Oh, nice 1-2 as well from Kambosos. These are not big scoring shots, but they're shots nonetheless. This might start to heat up a little bit, people. 1 minute 19 left of round number 3. Both have scored. Haney, good jab again. Every time you think the round's close, Haney says, no, I'm winning it. Jab. Good work from Haney. But both of them now starting to feel a bit more looser. Haney pushes Kambosos to the ropes. Doesn't land anything, but it looks like he's the aggressor here. And if the judges are like, thinking these rounds are close, you're going to go with the aggressor. Haney hands down, almost without respect for what Kambosos is going to throw. Kambosos big left and misses with another left. Looking a bit sloppy here, Kambosos. It's like, if this is a boxing match, he can't have a boxing match with Haney, because Haney's just a better boxer. It's that simple. He's a better boxer. 26 seconds left of round number 3. This is a Haney round for me. Oh, nice jab again. Knocked the head back there of Kambosos from Haney. Oh, Kambosos tried to swing with the left hook. Haney ducked under it, almost reminiscent of Mayweather when he fought Marquez. 10 seconds left of round number 3. Haney round again. Mate, Haney looking good here, Malnourished Matty, Haney looking great. I agree with you. Reese Morgan, 2-1. Haney stronger and more confident. 3-0 Haney. Christopher Mallon, what's his McMillan apologies? 3-0 Haney. Jake Bryce, 3-0. What's Stephen Dodd saying? 3-0 Haney. Kambosos struggling with the jab and movement of Haney's. Big time. Big time. Classic Man 90 says Haney only has issues when he rushes in too quickly. Other than that, jab is doing what it's supposed to do so far. Agreed. Reed, George needs to suss him sooner. I don't think he can. Don't think he can. Base the kid 3-0 Haney. Everyone, it's either 2-1 Haney or 3-0 Haney. One thing we know, Haney's winning the fight. The ref's just having a quick word with Kambosos. Kambosos needs to fix up and do something different here, or this fight's kind of getting away from him early. 3-0, it's getting away from him early. All right, here we go. Round number 4. What can Kambosos do here to kind of turn the tide on this one? Because for me, right now, Haney's jab's the difference. Haney on the back foot, all the front foot's winning, by the way. Either way, Kambosos needs to rough him up a little bit. By the way, Haney looks a lot bigger in there than Kambosos. A lot bigger. Like his back's really wide, looks really strong. Kambosos on the back foot here, he's not a counterpuncher, Kambosos. Although, look, I say he's not a counterpuncher. He can counterpunch, but that's not his thing. And it's almost like he's waiting too much. He's just having a look, and I don't know. He needs to kind of just initiate it more. He's almost like waiting for Devin to do what Devin's going to do. And look, Devin's just going to throw the jab and win all night. He needs to do more here. Devin looks like he's enjoying his work. It's a good performance from Devin, by the way, so far. Very good performance. Remember, he's away from home. It's good performance. Not much going on here. Jab from Kambosos. Really, Haney took it on the gloves. Look, he's waiting too long, is Kambosos. I don't know what's going on. That right hand, he's not really throwing it. And when he does, Haney's gone. Oh, Haney's winning this comfortably, people. Haney just for a right hand there. Look, on the gloves, nice jab. Man, his jab just fucking Dal Sim like. It's like there. It's just good work. And every time Haney gets in close, or anytime that Kambosos close the distance, Haney's smart. He just grabs. A minute left of round number 4. Look, not much action, but again, it's the Haney jab that's winning the fight. A nice little body shot there inside from Devin. I think this might be 4-zit coming up, unless Kambosos can do something in the last 45 seconds here. I think this is 4-0. A nice little left hook, almost like a little check left hook. Kambosos tries to throw. Haney's gone. He's there, then he's not there. Good speed. Oh, nice little right hand. Best shot of the night from Kambosos. Nice little right hand followed up with a jab. That's a good shot from Kambosos. Haney took it well, but it's a very good shot. Haney's got to be careful. Haney kind of ducks his head down as opposed to goes from side to side. It's like he's got to be careful. I can see an uppercut here all day long from Kambosos. Kambosos has got to surely read what Haney does. Good jab there from Haney, but I think the punch of the round so far, definitely Kambosos. Look, Haney might have won that round, and I think he did, but it's a better round from Kambosos, much better round. What's everyone saying? So Alex Ferguson says, Kambosos needs to let his hands go. Devin needs to double up the jab and work from there. Godson saying 4-0. Jesus Christ. Best round George had, but still gave it to Haney. Same. Derek Ogunsola says, size, jab, footwork, and movement level to the game. No dad screaming nonsense from the corner. Stephen Dodd, 4-0 Haney, giving him a boxing lesson so far. Shades of Floyd in his style of fighting tonight. Oh, easy. RC 3-1 Haney. Kofi saying, Haney managing to quiet the crowd too, which is making it more of a nervy affair for Kambosos. Haney looking comfortable, 4-0. All right, here we go. Round number 5. I've got it 4-zit as well, but I thought that was a better round from Kambosos. Let's see if he can do anything more to make this more interesting, because right now, this looks like this is going to be a shutout. Well, let's see. Again, Kambosos waiting for me, waiting too long. Haney just going for a little sneaky right hand round the corner to the body. Oh, nice uppercut that was from Haney. I saw Kambosos' head go bang. Good uppercut. Good shot selection that from Haney. Really thinking about his work here. Jab from Haney. Again, it's the punch that's been scoring all night long, the jab. And again, when they get close, he's smart. He initiates the clinch. Haney, Kambosos needs to be way more aggressive here. Easier said than done. Nice body shot from Kambosos, in and out. That was better. And he needs to. He's looked like he's going just for just your singles. He needs to, more combinations. Again, look, easier said than done against a guy as good as Haney, but he needs to throw a lot more. Again, he gets in close. Referee ties him out. I think the referee might have a word with Haney here. Is he? No. 1 minute 35 to go in round number 5. Better round for Kambosos. I feel like I'm trying to just find a round for Kambosos to make this more interesting on the scorecards. But I do think Kambosos has had a better round than Haney here. Let's see. It's up for grabs. 1 minute 16 left of round number 5. It is up for grabs here. Nothing much being done in this round. Jab from Haney. Better from Kambosos. That's more like it. 3s and 4s. Good jab from Haney again, though. Nice. Kambosos tries to go to a body jab there. Good. Another good jab from Haney. Fucking hell. This guy's got this jab down to a T. Good jab again from Haney. And again. Jesus Christ, man. 45 seconds left. They clinch again. A lot of clinching in this fight. Mate, I've got this 5-zit now for Haney. And Kambosos is going to... Nice little left hook from Kambosos. Just not enough. Not enough work. Maybe he's just not... Doesn't have enough in his tool bag. Oh, a bit of a low blow from Kambosos. He's got to do anything. He's got to make it dirty. He might have to do that. He doesn't want to get embarrassed in his hometown after talking so much shit. You got to do what you got to do. He's missing. Haney's making the miss. He's missing for a right hand there and missed. 5-0 Haney. 5-0 Haney. Godson, 5-zip. Johnny Gaffer, the Nigerian, came out. What? Chris. Oh, this is scary. When people do this, it scares me. 3-2 Haney. Don't see how you've given Kambosos a round. So Alex Ferguson, Haney just needs to go through the rounds in 7, 8, and 9. Mark Starwalker says, "Hi, Addy. Got a feeling it'll be a draw, even though that won't be the truth. If this is a draw, I'm gonna stop watching boxing. You heard it here. If it continues the way it's continuing, I can't watch boxing if this is a draw." All right, here we go. Round number 6. Surely Kambosos is going to do something, and surely he's going to win a round for me that I can say 100% is his round. Because right now, I ain't seeing it. Nothing. Again, he's waiting too long. Kambosos is waiting too long. I don't know what he's doing. He's got to initiate this. Jeez. You know what I like about Devin? Devin's not waiting because Devin realizes he's fighting away from home. So he's like, I've got to initiate. I've got to win these rounds. I've got to bank him. Kambosos is fighting like he knows someone that knows the judges or something. Jesus Christ. I mean, was it a lucky performance against Tio or what? What's happening here? Is Tio not that good? I'm starting to think of so many different things in my head now because this is not a good performance so far from Kambosos. I need to see more. Tries to go to the body there, and that might be the way. Jab from a Devin. It's a bit more better from Kambosos. That was 1s, 2s, 3s. I've got to be careful, Devin. Chopping punch there on Kambosos. Back of the head. Referee has a little look, gives him a warning. Look, you know what? Maybe Kambosos is trying. Maybe Devin is just too good for him. Don't know. Devin hands down. Devin is cocking that right hand. Devin wants to try and knock out Kambosos. As much as Devin can go points, I think he wants to try and make a statement. Kambosos trying, feet getting tangled, looks a bit off balance, just looks a bit cumbersome. Bit better from there. Okay, this is where he's got to work. Inside, once he gets inside, he's got to work a bit more, Kambosos. He can't let the ref just come and stop the action. He's got to work. He's almost got to show the ref, I'm working when I get inside. But no, he almost like he allows the ref to stop the fight. 55 seconds left of round number 6. I mean, it's not a clear and obvious round to Haney, but I think he's probably landed more. If you look at punch stats in this round, he's landed more. Nothing's going on. It's a messy fight. Come on. We've waited up to fucking 4:30 in the morning. Can they give us a bit better than this, please? Remember, I think a lot of you are in front of me. I've still got 26 seconds left of round number 6. For me, it's another Haney round. It's another Haney round. You know, the problem is for Kambosos, if he loses the fight, I think he got hurt there, Kambosos. I think he felt that. If he loses the fight, it's not like Haney's putting a beating on him. So he'll wake up and think, have I even been in a fight? Like, it's a weird one. Malnourished Matty, Kambosos not making adjustments. I don't think he's capable of making adjustments, if I'm honest with you. Godson says, I gave this round to George 5-1. Stephen Dodd, 6-0 Haney so far, a clear shutout. Kambosos being showed up by Sweet Science, just jabbing and moving and tying him up. Yeah. Searching for Euphos says, loud Americans getting excited, but never discount the Aussie. I'm discounting him, mate. I've seen enough in these 6 rounds to discount him. Blue Shan Saida says, good tactics from Haney, but Kambosos has the home advantage if this goes to points. I don't think it's close, though. Maybe I'm watching the wrong fight. I just don't think this is close. Right, here we go. Round number 7. Remember, for the undisputed lightweight championship. One of these guys is going to walk away with all the marbles. You know what the worst thing is? Remember, there is a rematch clause in this. If this continues to go the way it goes, what's the point in the rematch? Like, there's going to be no interest in it. No, nice little left hook from Devin. Nice jab as well. Kambosos tries to fire back to the body. Nothing in it. Devin's there. Like I said, there, then not there. Kambosos does look like he's trying to put a bit more into this now. It's almost like he knows. He must know deep down that he's not winning. Both just having a look. Devin jab again. Devin jab again. Good jab. 1-2 from Devin. Again, maybe not scoring shots, but he looks the busier of the two, doesn't he? Again, if you're looking, if it's been a dull fight and the judges are looking for something, they're looking like, who's been the busy? Who's been on the front foot? Who's initiating the action? All those things are Devin Haney. Halfway through round number 7. Oh, nice work from Devin. It's just he's making Kambosos look a bit clumsy now. That's better. Good right hand there from Kambosos. That landed. More of that. It needs way more of that. For this fight to get really interesting, he needs to hurt Devin. And let's not forget, we saw Jorge Linares hurt Devin late, didn't he? So was it late? I think it was 10-11, wasn't it? So look, you're in the fight, you've still got a chance. A minute left to go round number 7. But so far for me, another Devin round. Kambosos is just, it's the Sweet Science. He's just getting outboxed. He's good. He's good, Kambosos. It's just, he's just getting outboxed here. And boy, is this guy's chatted a lot of smack in the build-up. He needs to deliver something. This is the dice you roll. If you chat smack and it works out for you, you're a hero, you make millions. If you chat smack and you lose, you look stupid. It's the sword they died out on. Nice little 1-2 from Devin, blocked in the gloves though by Kambosos. 10 seconds left of round number 7. It's another Devin Haney round. Chris says 5-2 Haney, but Cam instead of live dog still trying. Yeah, he's not beaten yet at all. Haida Khan, Haney's jab is immaculate. It is very, very good jab. What's this? What's his? Let me get this spam out of there. 1 second, guys. 2 secs. I stopped scoring, just watching, says BG London. A super chat here from Nose. Haney holding too much and being allowed to. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree. Haney can't get careless. That's true. He can't think the fight's won. Stuart Smith says Kambosos getting a little desperate and dirty. He's got to get dirty. He's almost got to make this into the roughest fight he can. All right, here we go. Round number 8. Not long left, after this. 4 rounds left after this round. So, on my scorecard, Kambosos already needs a knockdown. It's not even a case of winning all the rounds. I've got him losing every single round. Honestly. 1 round was close. Can't remember what round it was. But he needs to do some work here. He needs to do some work. Good jab, double jab from Haney. Another good jab from Haney. Just winning this fight on the jab. Nice little left hook, though, from Kambosos. Still looks sharp. Still got a bit of zip on those punches. He's on the front foot now, Kambosos. Again, he's having a look. He's waiting. And as he waits, he gets countered. Just sitting there waiting. He's got to throw. He's got to throw. I wonder if he's felt the power of Devin or something, because he's not as aggressive as I remember him being. And sometimes when you felt the power of someone, you're a bit tentative to go in close and throw punches because you know you're going to get hurt. Again, Kambosos on the front foot, but not doing much. Haney's still looking good. Legs look solid. Looks like he's still got a good few rounds in him fighting like this. This is the action's not being forced. Haney can fight at this pace all night long. Go 15 rounds at this pace. Kambosos has got to push the action and test the gas tank of Haney, unless, because of the weight cut, he's scared of his own gas tank. At 1:15 to go in round number 8. Haney throwing out a couple of jabs. Tries a 1-2, nothing. Kambosos tries his own 1-2, hook off that, nothing. Again, bit scrappy, bit messy. Good jab from Haney. Fuck me. That was like a fucking ramrod of a jab. Another good jab there from Devin Haney. Jab again, misses, but throwing it. At least he's throwing. He's trying to throw. Come on, George. What have you got? What have you got? 44 seconds left of round number 8. You still feel that there could be a twist in this. There's going to be a time when George just goes for broke. There's going to be a time when he thinks, fuck it, kitchen sink time. Then we'll see what happens. 24 seconds left of round number 8. Difficult round to score. Again, if you're looking, who's initiating the action now is George. But he's not really, whatever he throws is missing right now. He's banging his gloves together, George, saying, come on, let's have a fight. Let's do it. Devin ain't that silly. Devin's a lot smarter than that. He's not trying to get into no scrap. Oh, they scream at each other, or at least George screams at him. George is trying to get a reaction from him, saying, come on, let's fight. But Devin's like, I ain't trying to fight. No, let's box. Jake Bryce, 8-0. Yeah, maybe. Max says Haney winning this fight with one hand. George needs to back up the talk. He certainly does. Malnourished Matty says Ryan Garcia just posted he's edging it to Kambosos. Really? Really? So we've got to go into Ryan Garcia's Twitter. Yeah, Ryan Garcia said, considering that it's an undisputed fight, very underwhelming and no urgency by either men. Edge to Kambosos. Wow. Well, maybe we're watching the wrong fight, people. Here we go, round number 9. Maybe there's going to be a problem on the scorecards, but for me, I'm shocked by that. Oh, good uppercut from Devin. As George came in, George took that well, but beautiful uppercut. Kind of a nice little step back, left, clean. And bear in mind, George is assuming, oh, big right hand as well from Devin. Best shots of the fight so far, uppercut and the right hand. These are the things that George needs to be doing, and it's Devin that's landing them. It's good work from Devin here. That uppercut was lovely. He's been throwing the left. He's been throwing, obviously, the jab all night. Another 1-2 from Devin. All these big scoring shots from Devin Haney. This is, so far, a clinic. That's what it is so far for me, a clinic. Oh, what's happened there? No, it's a tangle of the feet. Tangle of the feet. I think George might have landed something, though. But I think I need to see that again. I do think he landed something, but it definitely was those look feet were crossing as well, but he definitely landed something. George is switching from southpaw to orthodox, just trying to again mix it up and trying to confuse Devin. I think he's mixing himself up. At 1 minute 32 of round number 9. Let's see. Oh, they're starting to let their hands go now, and as they're letting their hands go, it's actually Devin that's winning the battle of this. But this is what George needs. George needs Devin to do this, to literally come out of that shell and let his hands go. He could get hurt, but he's got. This is the only way he's going to win the fight. So far, so good for Devin. Referee, just having a look. Nice little right hand there from George Kambosos. Didn't land clean, but it's a scoring shot. Look, it's not enough to win the round because I mean the round is won by Devin Haney, but it's a good scoring shot nonetheless. Good jabs as well now from Devin. Nice little right hand off the back foot. Body shot there from Kambosos. Nothing in it. And then Devin ties him up. Smart. It might not be the most enjoyable to watch, but it's smart boxing. George Kambosos again, he's waiting too long, and then what happens? He gets a jab in his face. This is more scrappy, messy WWF stuff. Bell goes. George raises his glove thinking he's won that round. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying. What's Base the Kid? Base the Kid's got it. 9-0 Haney. Probably, I mean, he's never going to get that kind of scorecard in Australia, but I agree. Cy H, good morning, Big Depot. Good morning, Cy. Thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate it, brother. A super chat here as well from Najee Holmes. Thank you very much. No question. If you want to get a question, then please do. So look at that again. They're showing the knockdown. Yeah, just nothing. It wasn't a knockdown, just a tangle of legs. Then he almost threw him down. Stephen Dodd said, ridiculous confidence and composure from Haney not getting into a brawl and just keeping it simple in enemy territory. Indeed. Here we go. Round number 10. Kambosos, for me, doesn't just need knockdowns. He needs a knockout. That's what he needs. And I don't think he's going to get it. Either or. He needs something. He needs something right now, and he's getting nothing. this so far has been easy work for Devin Haney. It's almost like he can see Kambosos' punches coming off a mile away. Nothing. Again, Kambosos is fighting like he thinks he's won the fight. There's just not enough urgency from him. And it might go back to the weight cut where he doesn't trust his gas tank to go like 100 miles per hour for every single round. But I'm saying to you now, he's losing this fight. He's losing it wide. And if there is a rematch clause, and that's what we're led to believe, it's going to be so interesting to see what they do with that, because this fight right now doesn't deserve a rematch. And I don't want to see this at all. At all. Gervonta Davis is at 135. I'd rather see Devin Haney go there. That's the fight I want to see. Nice little overhand right there from Kambosos. Devin took it more on the top of the head, but you got to be careful those ones. They can mess up with your equilibrium, and you know you can really put a problem on you. But not a problem, not today for Devin. 1 minute 26 left of round number 10. And guys, look, this wasn't the fight I was expecting. I was expecting a bit more than this. But Devin looking just clean and almost too good. Just too mature. Too smart. Yeah, sorry now. Devin George trying to make it rough. Referee has a little warning to him, like, stop pushing the head down of Devin Haney. I mean, the last thing George wants is a point taken away here. I mean, that could make the scorecards look really embarrassing. For me, with 50 seconds left of round number 10, we're going into round number 11, and I have a 10-zit Devin Haney. That's why, I'm not joking, that's why I have it. I don't know what Ryan Garcia is meaning about he's edging it to Kambosos. I've got it 10-zit Haney. But a boring fight for me. There's just yes, I don't know. Oh, nice little uppercut from George. Just missed. Haney's got to be careful here. Last 10, 10 round for Haney there. And as G Holmes says, wanted to ask you, are you finally seeing what's special about Haney? Don't know. I don't think I am. Look, he's clearly a good fighter. I mean, he's going away from home, and he's beaten George Kambosos quite comfortably. So I guess there clearly is a special fighter there. I remember on the video when I said I don't see what's special about him, I did say that he's a 7 out of 10 at everything. And I think I'm seeing that. 7 out of 10 in power, 7 out of 10 in speed. What I will say he's higher than a 7 out of 10 is ring IQ. He's clearly a 9 or a 10 in ring IQ. Very, very smart in what he's doing. So yeah, I guess I am seeing that side of him, which I guess we can say is special. Here we go. Championship rounds, as they say. What's Kambosos got? Is Kambosos going to empty the tank? What's he going to do? He's got Haney into the Haney corner, and he's let him out. Story of the night. Just waiting too long, just taking too long. But you know what? Yeah, I will say this. I mean, I've given all the rounds to Haney. I mean, some rounds, don't know, were I guess a bit close, but depends what the judges want and judges like. But for me, there can only be one winner here, surely. I mean, if Haney doesn't get this on the scorecards, there'll never be a boxing event again in Australia. No big American or any big whatever European is going to go to Australia and fight if Haney doesn't get this on the scorecards. Because right now, this is just Haney's fight. Unless Kambosos can do something in the 5 minutes that are left in this boxing bout. And I haven't seen it in the first 30 minutes. I don't think we're going to see it in the final 6 or 5. But you never know. This is boxing. We all know that all it takes is one. All it takes is one for the legs to go Bambi. Minute 37 left of round number 11. No one's really winning this round. Not much in this round. As I say that, Devin Haney lands a jab and another one. Kambosos responds with his own jab. There doesn't seem to be any pop on Kambosos' jab. Devin Haney's always seems to pop the head back of Kambosos. Minute 9, both of them just playing around. Silly stuff, to be honest with you. Haney almost, not almost, 100% knows he's won this fight because he's not really engaging as much anymore. It's like, I don't need to. And again, once they get close, bit of clinching, referee breaks it up. At 48 seconds left of round number 11. This hasn't been a very enjoyable fight. Oh, big left hook from Devin Haney. That was nice. Almost stopped Kambosos on his tracks. Look, you got to talk the talk to sell the fight. It's just how it works. But considering how much he has spoken and how much he even spoke in the aftermath of the Teofimo Lopez fight, disappointing performance from George Kambosos. Very, very disappointing. But in saying that, it takes two to tango. Disappointing performance from Kambosos. Very, very good performance from Devin Haney. Very good performance. Sticks his tongue out. He knows he's won this. That's another round for me for Devin Haney. I'm with base. I'm with base on this one. 11-zip Haney for me. I saw something. Wait, not that one. What's this one? This one. Kambosos about to pull out a Lee Wood. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, I'm sure you do. Lee Wood versus Michael Condon. Even that, though, at least Lee was having some success in the fight. But Lee Wood, last 30 seconds, put Michael Condon through the ropes, knocked him out. And that would be something. Rakoba 2020 says Haney fights like Floyd. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Oh, my God. Samuel Harrison. Wonder what the Loma fight would have been like. Loma would have destroyed him. And I kept on saying that Loma would have destroyed Kambosos. It would have been embarrassing. It would have played with him. It would have played with him. It would have been one of the most one-sided beatdowns you're ever going to see. Honestly, one-sided beatdowns. All right, here we go. Round number 12. Already 25 seconds into it, and if I'm Kambosos, I'd rather get put on my, put out than fight like this. I'd rather just go for it. Go for it. People have paid good ticket prices. Your fans are there, or 55,000 of them. Just fucking go for it. Oh, God, he's getting teed off on. Oh, embarrassing. Embarrassing. He swang for the fences, and Devin Haney just wasn't there, and he fell into the ropes. Oh, that really caps off a fantastic performance from Devin and an embarrassing performance from George Kambosos. Jeez. Just, he just can't touch him. Just can't touch him. Hasn't been able to touch him all night. Like, we're going to see the photo of Devin Haney's face or the visual of his face after, and it's going to look like he's not even had a fight. At 1 minute 26 of round number 12, Devin Haney's on his way to becoming the undisputed lightweight champion. In my eyes, it still doesn't make him the best in the division. I think that guy is called Vasily Lomachenko. But again, I do wonder what's going to happen with regards to the rematch, etc. But yeah, this is easy work for Devin Haney. And I was, remember, leaning towards Kambosos. God, I got that wrong. I'm not joking. This could be a shutout. Very, very interested in the scorecards here. I think this could be a shutout. This is as good as it gets. Let me even just quickly type this on Twitter. Nothing to talk about, guys. Sorry, there's nothing to report. 16 seconds left. The fight's over for some of you already. Um, for me, Devin Haney's won every single round. You know what George is going to say after? He's going to say he kept on running, he kept on running, he kept on running. George Kambosos is putting his hands up as though he won. He lost every single round. Boy, not quite sure what to say on that. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, it was boring. It was boring. And, oh, the crowd are booing Haney. Yeah, they can boo Haney. Basic Kids actually finally gave a round to George Kambosos. Man, I hope they're not talking about a bloody rematch. I hope they're not talking about a rematch. I'm so nervous about the scorecards here as well. By the way, I really hope they don't try and rob Devin Haney. I really, really hope they don't try and rob him. Or I hope they don't even try and make it close to then try and warrant a rematch. Like, you get those in it 116, 112. It wasn't that. It wasn't 116, 112. Hope they don't do that shit. He just wasn't good. You always can tell. You look at the corner. I'm looking at the corner now. You can look at both corners. Look at Devin Haney's corner and you look at George Kambosos' corner. You can tell. They know. They all know. There's only one winner there. Big win. Big win for him. Bob Arum's in there as well, smiling. Yeah, look at, oh my God, look at the demeanor in both corners. Jesus Christ. But you know what? Credit to Kambosos. I mean, look, this is, he's made a lot of money, sold the fight, he's done well. But I guess they're just levels to this. And right now, he's just not on that level. Not with Devin Haney, at least. Not with that. Errol Spence just tweeted, there shouldn't be a rematch, though, laughing out loud. People, what else? Jeez. Mike Coppinger has it 118, 110, Haney. Everyone's basically saying shut out. It was a shutout. Big shutout. What's everyone saying? Yeah, everyone's literally saying shut up. Most people are saying shut up, people. It was easy, wasn't it? It was absolutely one-sided. And it wasn't even a one-sided beatdown. That's what's disappointing. And that's what I'm a bit upset about as well. It wasn't a one-sided beatdown, it's just one-sided. It just couldn't get going, Kambosos. Couldn't get going. Let's wait for the scorecards. They better not be embarrassing. Come on, let's have these scorecards. What the hell? I honestly, I might give a round to Kambosos. I might give him 1 round. Right, here we go. Here are the scorecards. Let's see what we got. What have we got? Ishe Smith says 7-5 Devon or it's a draw. They must be crazy. Yeah, the right man got it. Devin Haney. Jesus, I was about to shit myself there. Congratulations, Devin Haney, new undisputed champ. I mean, look, 116, 112. I'm not even going to get into it, but Devin Haney, the right man, won. All right, guys, I got to quickly go because I got to quickly make a video about the fight. That's going to go up on the YouTube channel now. But as always, thank you so much for joining the live. I'm pretty tired. It wasn't the fight we wanted, was it? It was a bit, it's been a bit boring at times, but it is what it is. Oh, it looks like there's a little scuffles in the ring for some reason. What's going on? Team Kambosos versus Team Haney having a little fight. What's all this about? What's going on? Come on, man. None of that. We don't need none of that. All right, guys. Peace and love, people.